Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Hauler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Beretta model 3032, otherwise known as the Tomcat, and it's chambered in 32 ACP. Go ahead and make sure she's clear, and the easiest way on Tomcat, push the lever, and you can actually get in there and see that your chamber is clear. So yeah, the Tomcat's a aluminum frame blowback operated semi-automatic pistol that features the tip-up barrel design and is double single action. You know, the Tomcat's been around since I think like the mid-90s, and they also make the Bobcat, which is a similar version of this in a 22 long rifle. But yeah, this one's 32 ACP. Just picked this up from my FFL dealer. You know, Beretta's running a rebate right now. I think it's a $150 rebate. So I've kind of always wanted one of these. I always thought they were a little expensive for what they were, but a $150 rebate. Yeah, I finally decided to pick one up. So kind of excited about taking this thing out and shooting it. This thing has a 2.5-inch barrel and it weighs 15.8 ounces on my scale with the empty magazine. We'll hit some of the features on this. Your grips down here. It's black plastic, kind of reminds you of like the Beretta 92 series. The magazine release is down here towards the bottom, and it comes with 7 round mags. Now when you buy these, you only get 1 mag, so if you want other magazines, you're gonna have to purchase them, but they're not super expensive. I think I bought one and it was, I think it was $25 or less. It does have a safety. The lever to tip up your barrel is just right here. You just thumb it forward and you can get access to your barrel. The most unique thing about that is if you're gonna go ahead and load it, you never have to rack the slide, right? So if you got 7 rounds in your mag, you shove the magazine in, tip up the barrel, put round number 8 in the pipe, close it, and this thing's ready to rock and roll. Definitely a unique design. The trigger on this, the trigger is probably the biggest safety feature because your double action pull, which if you carry it, with the hammer down, which I think is mostly intended, what most people will do, your first double action pull is long and pretty darn heavy. It's fairly smooth, but man, it's heavy. The single action pull, not so bad. Not bad at all. But, I think the intention for this is pocket carry, and, you can shove this in your pocket without a whole lot of fear of you pulling that trigger just due to the weight of it. The sights on this, the front sight's just milled on in, and the rear sight is adjustable for windage. I don't know if I can get that angle, but you can see that. Get you a look at this side here. So yeah, it does have some little serrations for the slide. Takedown on this thing is super simple. Remove your magazine, make sure your hammer is cocked, tip your barrel, rotate it all the way forward, and then just kind of pull your slide back and raise it like that, and it comes right off. Just like that. Super simple, super easy. You can get in there and see what we got. Kind of unique. You got an ejector here, but as you can see, there's no extractor. Also, what's unique is you don't see a recoil spring in here. It's actually little tabs on either side of the frame is your spring. And they, of course, lock in on your slide. And that is the spring for this thing. Kind of unique. Putting them back together, just the opposite. Let's go ahead and line your slide up, put it back on, pop your barrel down, and you're good to go. The market for this thing, to me, I see it as like a competitor towards something like this, the Ruger LCP, although the Ruger is 380 instead of 32 ACP. They're roughly about the same footprint. When you lay one on top of the other, the biggest difference is width. The Tomcat is, a fair amount wider than the LCP, and that's both good and bad. If you just want to slide it in your pocket, this thing is so small and it disappears. But shootability wise, you can definitely get more hand on this, and it'll probably be a little bit easier to control just due to this thing is like 6 ounces heavier and has a weaker cartridge. So I anticipate this thing being fairly easy to shoot. But yeah, it's just pretty cool because there's pretty much nothing else like it out there in the market. And well, yeah, I'm excited. Well, hey, let's take this bad boy outside, bring a bunch of steel, we'll come back in and give you my thoughts on this thing. All right, back here about 7 yards or so, We got some PPU 71 grain full metal jacket. Take our first rounds and see where this is hitting for us. All right, not too bad. Almost no recoil. Quite a bit of fun to shoot. All right, we're up here on the deck. Those targets are about 15 yards away. Let's see what we can do with this little thing. All right, she's shooting pretty good. You got some fat hands like I do. You need to kind of watch how high you grip on it because you might get a slide bite. But you know, a whole lot of fun to shoot. Itty bitty little thing with you know, no recoil. All right, let's try that 25-yard plate. That's probably a little farther than what this was intended for, but hey, we'll give it a shot, see what we can do. All right, I think I got 7 out of 8. Can't complain about that. You know, this is kind of a get up off me gun, but you know, 25 yards, not so bad. All right, let's try that 40-yard plate. Not sure how well I can do with that, but we'll give it a shot. I'll probably shoot this single action to help me out a little bit. Hey, not bad. I got a few hits out there, which is, you know, definitely testing my limits with a gun like this at that range. But I'm pretty happy with the way this thing shoots and, you know, the ability to make hits a little farther out than what you think you could do. All right, back inside from shooting the Tomcat. Make sure she's clear. She's clear and dirty because, you know, I put 200 rounds through it today with 0 malfunctions, which is always a good thing. You know, typical Beretta quality. The thing just ran pretty well. The only issue I have is if you got meaty hands, you might get a little slide bite if you try to choke up, which I did one time and then learned my lesson and kind of kept a lower grip. But other than that, this thing ran like a champ with you know, no problem. You know, is the Tomcat the best, you know, concealed carry gun in the world? You know, probably not. Is 32 ACP the most effective carry cartridge? You know, definitely not. But, you know, there was a time when, you know, a whole lot of people carried 32 ACP for self-defense. And even though there's better options today, you know, 8 rounds of 32, nobody wants to take that to the chest. And I feel like if this is a gun that you shoot well and you like, then hey, more power to you, carry it. You know, if you are struggle with, you you know, slide manipulations because you don't have super strong hands or whatever, you know, this thing could be a champ because, like I said, you never have to manipulate the slide. Put a loaded mag in, open the barrel, drop a round in, and then just carry it like that. I wouldn't think too many people are ever going to use that safety. It's there, but I think you just go ahead and leave it on fire, you know, with the hammer forward, because that first double action trigger pull is going to be pretty safe in your pocket because you're not accidentally going to pull that because it is pretty heavy. It was also nice to see that I was able to shoot this out at a little bit of distance, you know, 15, 25, and 40 yards. I could still make consistent hits with it, which is always nice to see. I don't know that this would ever replace my, you know, LCP for my pocket carry gun, or, you know, even my SIG P365. But this is definitely an option for someone who, if this is what you got, this is what you carry, and you can shoot it well, hey, more power to you. You know, definitely a 32 is better than a sharp stick or anything like that. So, you know, I just bought it just because I kind of always wanted one because they were kind of cool. And, you know, I wasn't disappointed. Not sure I'll ever carry it. Maybe I will. Probably not. But it's just another neat gun to add to the collection just because of how unique it is with the tip-up barrel and that. So, yeah, good to see no malfunctions. And, you know, I'll keep shooting a little bit and see how she does. But, you know, no complaints so far. So, well, there you go, guys. Beretta Tomcat 32 ACP. Y'all have a nice day.